Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here on this Thursday morning. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at 767-5500. The big thing at Haney, they're always they're getting open at 8 o'clock, and they'll be there at 5, and always there to help you out. So go by and see those folks. It's cool. It's windy. Right now in Panama City it's 45, but check the wind chill. The wind chill in Panama City this morning, folks, is 39 degrees. Mariana's up at 44, and down at Apalachicola 48. Now, it's gradually we're getting warmer, but we still have some cool weather. What this is our first really cold blast of the winter, and it's tonight it's going to be back down to 45 again tonight. The big thing is the wind. The wind's gradually going to die out, and the weekend looks beautiful. And even next week, they're talking about already by Tuesday, it's getting back up to the 80s. So enjoy this refreshing, cool weather. High today is going to get up maybe to 69 or 70, so it's going to be a cool day. Water temperature stayed at 79. Now, boating forecast, again, like we said yesterday, it's just not a good day to get on the water with a boat. It's going to be coming out of northwest at 10 to 20 knots, seas 3 to 5 near shore, and 5 to 7 offshore. And it's going to be choppy on the protected waters unless you get on the lee side there. Let's take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Carl Vernon Marine Specialties. Thursday the 20th, good strong tides. High tide this morning at 2:48, and low this evening right after lunch at 1:55. We got right a 2-foot range there, and looking on into tomorrow and Saturday, good strong tides. Now Sunday and Monday is going to be back to the neap tides, but next weekend looks good too. All right, I got a special guest on the program this morning, so we're going to take our first break and be right back.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Sunjammers Water Sports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
Panama City living is simply better without glasses. The Eye Center of North Florida offers the most advanced cataract surgery using lifestyle lens implants, which allow you to see all distances glasses-free. Our surgeons perform this quick and painless procedure at our accredited surgery center. When it comes to your vision, trust your local experts in surgical eye care. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
Bill Kramer's Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is Panama City's exclusive full-line dealership, built on a 45-year foundation of trust and total customer satisfaction in all departments, including our huge pre-owned department, where we'll pay top dollar for your current automobile as a trade-in, or we'll place your vehicle on our lot and help you sell it. At Bill Kramer's Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. 4 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
Hi, I'm Paul Flagg with Professional Fiberglass and Marine Service. We offer all types of boat repair, fiberglass work, bottom painting, detailing, buffing. If your gel coat's looking dull, we can get that boat looking good for you again. We also offer a pickup and delivery service, and we have trailers that you can use if we are going to work on your boat, and we can come and get your boat for you. We can be reached at 850-960-9054, or you can reach us on the web at profiberglassmarine.com.
Welcome back, and welcome a familiar face, Brad Stevens.
Good morning, Coach.
It's fun having Brad on. We do a lot of talking before we get on the air, and some things don't want to put back on here, but it's Brad is. I'm so excited. He's doing a lot of hunting stuff and all, and your corn and your deer estrus and all that. So tell us what all you got.
It started last year, the year before. I don't even remember now. We got tired of y'all walking in the door. Where in the world can we buy some deer corn out here on Highway 79? We hunt just north of here. They're on the public property. We got all these leases up here. Mm-hmm. We're tired of running in town, or where can we get stuff? So I was like, I'll get corn. Well, next thing you know, it's can you get this? Can you get this? Can you get this? Mm-hmm. Well, we didn't do a lot of it last year. We paid attention. You know, we got your deer estrus, your hog estrus, buck bombs, hog bombs, and I know very little about hunting. That becomes very obvious when you start talking to me. But I have gotten pretty good at getting exactly what you want, because I make you bring me in empty containers. Because I feel it's not all the same. Probably our number one sellers are Acorn Rage.
Yeah.
Acorn Rage and Hog Heaven. Khmer Deer's way up there. We got it in the 2-pound and 5-pound containers. It's
well,
just,
you know, the thing about it, folks, I know a lot of y'all out there hunting. I've hunted all my life and all. And the things that are happening on the market now, these are really good items. They've been well researched. You know, now there's so many people are doing such raising different deer and doing all kind of research, and the companies, you know, companies that bring this stuff out, they're making a living off of it, so they're doing it right. And to be competitive, and you know this, to be competitive to getting that big buck, you've got to get those does around, and this is how you do it. Come here, deer, and all that. You know, you give me a lease that doesn't do that stuff, and a lease that does do that stuff, this lease is going to have the big buck, I can promise you.
One thing a lot of my guys are saying, it's one thing to do all that stuff I just talked about, and we have a little bit more than that, and we're 2 or 3 days out on getting most what you need. It's the detergent and the scent away and the stuff to spray on you. If you do all of this and you don't do that, it's, you know, I think it's kind of like bottom fish without fluorocarbon leader. It's a 50-50 chance if you're going to catch that big gag, which they are catching a few, by the way.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
It's just, you know, if you're going to do it, you know, if you're going to spend the money, which is, we're not talking about a lot of money, but if you're going to do it, you need to go ahead and do all of it. And if I don't have exactly what you like, I'll get some more stuff in. And I'm not listing my sales rep on what the best sellers are and stuff. I'm waiting for people like y'all to walk in my door and go, this is what we need. If I don't have it, I will get it. It's as simple as that.
So they can go out there, and I know you got a lot of stuff now, but if they want something, you can order it for them and get it on.
Absolutely. We got a big book about yay thick. You know, it's, if anybody else has it in town, more than likely we can get it. If we can't get it, we're going to tell you where the closest and best place is to go get it. We're on the phone with our competitors all the time. Do you have this? Do you have this? I got somebody looking for it.
Have you gotten into tree stands? Have you done any kind of tree stands? Have you gotten into that yet?
We got one tree stand left over from last year.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily the best tree stand in the world. That'll be the next year. I can definitely order them. I realized most people were doing that about 2.5 months ago, when they were getting everything ready. That's when I started getting my throwing going. People kind of started little food pots, which is still selling, so I guess it's still time to be putting it out. Not really. I got a good little run of feeders come in.
Okay.
They went immediately, and I'm having a hard time getting more. I can show you what I can get, and like I said, they're just 2 or 3 days out. I may not bring any. I got a few hanging feeders in stock, little smaller ones, but our 30 and 50 gallon feeders. Moultries, they're all gone already.
Those Moultries, they go back. That's one of the original ones that came out of Moultrie, Georgia. And they were just great feeders, and they've been on the cutting edge of feeders since day one.
That, and then another popular one is On Time.
On Time is good.
And you know, we can get all of them still, but my feeling it's still a little late in the season. If you're going to buy a feeder, you've probably already bought it. If not, another 2 or 3 days really ain't going to hurt you.
Well, and too, a lot of people want to, you know, once they got the pattern, they probably want to leave that feeder there. I've done that before, left the feeder here, but you have a pattern of a lot of deer over here also, and a lot of people have more than one feeder now.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if you're hunting. So you got, you know, you're in one stand, and then you got your son or daughter in another stand not too far from you. You want to attract them too. So
we didn't sell anybody one feeder, and it blew my feeder. Everybody would buy a feeder. Now everybody's buying 2 and 3 feeders. And then they're coming back, all right, we need corn. So, which we got another fresh load of corn yesterday.
So you have plenty of corn out there.
Yep, we got enough corn. Should last us through the weekend. We'll get more the first part of next week.
Have you gotten into the cameras yet?
No, I
haven't. Trail
haven't.
Cameras, okay.
And the reason I haven't yet is, one, I don't know enough about them. They all look nice to me.
Yeah.
And that's one of those items that I hate to say it, you can go online with a lot of that stuff. And just shattered local prices, and I really hate to say that, but I can't consciously sell you something knowing you could have saved $75 or $100 by buying it somewhere else.
But at the same time, if you get there, you know, buy a camera online and it messes up, then I got to go through all that. And this is what I don't like about online. You got to go all through. You got to ship it back to them. But if I buy from you and it don't work, I know I can take it back, and you're going to take care of it, because you don't have with kayaks. Yeah,
with kayaks, I can. With my brands we carry, and camera is one thing I noticed, which I got an underwater camera that we're about to talk about next. They won't let me warranty it, so you still have to go back through the manufacturer on some of those
that's something
things.
new then.
But And that's something I will check into with cameras. If somebody it does need a camera, I'll get it, I'll check, and I will ask that question. Can they bring it back to me and me hand them another one and me and you argue about the fighting?
Yeah.
Or do they have to do it? Because that's, that's one thing we try to sell ourselves on, customer service.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a break and come back and talk about that camera, okay? We'll be right back.
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed. They build dairy feed. They make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm. Look at the Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. That's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want over to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy at almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
Panama City Beach is known as one of the top dive destinations in Florida. Divers Den offers daily dive charters that can accommodate up to 13 divers. Our boat captain is U.S. Coast Guard certified and a PADI dive instructor. We have trained professionals who offer a variety of scuba certifications. Come see us at our 2 locations on Thomas Drive and Tyndall Parkway.
Captain's Cove Marina, designed with fishermen in mind. Easy access to the best fishing along Florida's Forgotten Coast. Deep sea fishing, fly fishing from a kayak, cruising endless miles of bayous, bays, and the intercoastal waterway. Count on the captain's crew to work hard to make your day on the water the best ever. Captain's Cove Marina, 1617 Grouper Avenue, Port St. Joe, 850-227-3357.
On down to Blue Water Outrigger, where you'll always find friendly service, fresh and saltwater fishing rods, top of the line men's and women's apparel. Don't forget to pick up your live baits and let us help you with all your outdoor needs. Check out our wide selection of top quality reels and hunting necessities and everything in between. Come see us or order online. We'll be waiting for you right next door to Piggly Wiggly, Port St. Joe.
Okay, welcome back. Talking about hunting now. This weekend, Saturday morning, a lot of y'all going to be out in those tree stands with that bow looking for the big buck.
Absolutely. And one thing we had everybody swing in the store last year, please tell me y'all sell a release. We live over in, even as far as Chipley and stuff, driving down and come down through the city. We left our release sitting on the dining room table. I got a pair of vice grips. Is the best thing I got for you. We got a mid-priced release in. I couldn't even tell you what name it is, who makes it. It'll get you by in a pinch. Like I said, I'm not selling releases, but I got one to get you through so you can get home and get your real one.
Now, speaking of bow hunting now, we're still in process of our big drawing for the giveaway up in western Kentucky at the Cumberland River Lodge for the bow hunt. Getting a lot of people interested in it, so email me and put bow hunt on it. Here's where you're going to be staying. And this old tobacco barn has been turned into a lodge, and they have a lot of big deer up there. I've gotten some pictures online. Go online and check out the Cumberland River Lodge. That's a nice buck there. So you can hunt November or December, except in the 2 weeks in the middle of November, which is gun season in Kentucky. So great opportunity from Panhandle Outdoors and the Cumberland River Lodge folks. Free bow hunt. So hopefully. We will have someone to win it, I know, for hopefully they can get a big buck. So that's a great opportunity. You might want to mention to some of your bow hunters.
Absolutely, I'll mention it to them.
Cost free, okay?
We like free stuff.
I know it. Now, also, you have I just want to show you this. This may show up. This is going to show up. Let's quickly, the bass tournament we did this weekend, folks. I just want to show you how many bass were caught. In fact, someone called me after the show. Day one, they caught 446 bass, which was 742 pounds. This is Gulf County Sheriff's Department tournament down in White City. Second day was 419 bass with 651 total. They caught 865 bass for over 1,400 pounds worth of bass were caught and released in that tournament. So that is a lot of bass.
That's a lot of there's some sore lips in that in that lake.
And FWC helped them on the release, and they will take them from their boat down the creek and release them in different spots all throughout the area there.
I always wonder that when they have these big bass tournaments and redfish tournaments, for that matter, they dump all they all get dumped at the same spot, and it's like, do those fish migrate back to where they came from?
Yeah.
Or that's one question I'm sure somebody knows.
We talked about putting some radio transmitters on them and tracking them, but with the bass, they go to different spots and release them on both sides of the intercoastal. So
that is very cool.
Now, Brad, you were saying you were talking about cameras before we went off. You got some really nice cameras. I know real popular now. This GoPro.
They're GoPro cameras. They're fully waterproof, and they just aren't waterproof. I mean, they actually, it's either 100 or 180 feet deep is how deep they can go and still be fully functional. Just go online and Google GoPro cameras. You'll have more videos than you ever want to watch. In fact, we got sucked into actually watching some yesterday morning. We just got our big display in, so I went on the computer because if you buy 2 GoPros and you buy the GoPro 3D housing, you can actually shoot 3D video with this. So we got the funny little goggles on. You have to have a 3D television. Our IMAX Play 3D, I don't know if all PCs do or anything, but if you come in the shop, we'll show you some cool 3D videos with them. And it's the coolest thing ever. And all with it's just a little bitty camera. It's about yay big. It fits in the palm of your hand.
I want to stop a minute. I can't help but to think about if we may do some 3D and see if some of our viewers, half of them in bed right now, so I can see them putting on those 3D glasses.
When you go like this and you feel like you're wiping the sleep out of their eyes.
Think they're having a bad nightmare or something.
Absolutely. I was selling GoPros about 6 years ago before GoPro was big. They got really big really fast, and they ran off and left all the independent retailers. I have finally basically negotiated my way back in with them to order. It used to be they have 5 or 6 different cameras. Had to order case quantities of each, 144. Well, that counts me out. See, I got 3 cameras, 144. I'm not good at math, good old Bay High graduate here, but I knew that was more cameras than I wanted to put them in my stock room. So they've got back down to start working with local retailers. Huge in the kayak fishing industry. Most of your kayak fishing videos are shot on these GoPros. If you watch the Versus Network, you can't help but to see Versus and Outdoors Network. Yeah. There's GoPro commercials all over the place. They're using them for base jumping off mountains, which we don't have a lot of that going on around here. The high rises aren't quite high enough. All of your whitewater rapids, it's huge with skateboarders, and they all have that big fisheye lens on it. Kind of distorts everything, that nice fishbowl look, which a lot of people like. There's some aftermarket cases to put it in, which just gives you a nice wide, flat lens.
Well, the big thing also to me, watching them all, I plan to get one of them too. They put them on the bow, they put them on the helmet, they attach them almost. Some put a strap on. So what is it? You have all those things?
We have all the attachments. They have the.
So your hands are free, in other words.
Absolutely.
So on kayak fishing, you got a camera going and being able to
you can mount it. There's almost indefinite mounting options. The coolest video I saw yesterday when we were working on our commercial is a guy duck hunting. He has one on his gun. It's offset just enough so when he sights, he can just see the corner of it.
I hadn't thought about that.
And then he has one strapped to his dog, so when the dog jumps out of the boat and goes swimming up, grabs the ducks, turns around and comes back, all of it's on video, and it shoots high enough quality. It's 1080p for the high quality one, and it shoots great slow motion pictures. So if you got an action and you want to slow it down, it's good enough quality. You can slow it down without distorting everything. And then they have one that's almost half price. It's the 960p. Honestly, that's really all you need, I think. They wouldn't let me order any of those yet, but I have some on the way now. Most people buy the 1080p. They don't have a television to play it. So you're buying a camera that exceeds what normal people, and I say normal people, most commercials aren't even shot in full HD. Most stations around here don't broadcast in it. So that's something to think about, when you're in there shopping around. There is a way. I do recommend buying the bigger one because it's going to last you. You aren't going to outgrow it as your other technologies catch up. But if you're starting off, that buying it for a kid or something, you aren't sure how long it's going to hang around.
Yeah. They're very durable too.
Extremely durable, shockproof, waterproof.
We're talking about Christmas gifts now. That's an ideal gift because so many of us now, all outdoorsmen like to really shoot some video of what they're doing. People tell me all the time, and my students, and how technology savvy they are. They're constantly coming in and showing me pictures and things that they don't use a camera anymore. They use their phone, of course.
Absolutely.
Or now with video, but now. I can promise these GoPro cameras are going to really catch on with the young people, I think.
Absolutely. It's one of the #1 selling outdoor accessories out there. And as far as I know, we're the only place in town to have it besides your Best Buy box store. So please come see us.
Yeah, definitely.
And the limits are getting cut. You can't keep the seasons. Everything seems to be getting shorter. So instead of going out on the water, going fishing one day and catching 2 or 3 fish and coming home, you go out and you make your own little video. If you make good enough videos, I promise you this man right here will put it on TV.
Yes, we will, and that's something that's coming up because it's becoming so accessible now to the average person. And when you go home too, you say, honey, you should have seen that big buck. I mean, you know, and instead of saying that, say, honey, look at this. This is that big buck. I didn't get a chance to shoot.
My father told me this was the fisherman's worst nightmare. Because, man, it was this big. Well, hang on, we got video of it. Let's see. Well, he shrunk a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't zoom in on him, but if I'd have zoomed in, he would have been that big.
Exactly.
Let's take our final break. We'll be right back.
It's Kubota Summertime Deal Days right now at Soul Tractor, and that means Kubota finance offers are heating up.
Right now, we have long-term finance rates for qualified buyers. We have the deals you've been waiting for on the new Kubota Grandale 40.
Come take a look at the new Kubota Grandale Series tractors today.
Hurry to Soul Tractor's Kubota Summertime Deal Days and get your best deal on a new Kubota today while the sun shines.
The greatest investment we can all make is in the lives of our children and grandchildren.
To help you invest for retirement, handle your IRA rollover, protect your family with life or long-term care insurance. Call my dad for an appointment at his new office on Wilson Avenue behind Lowe's. And he'll give you a copy of his most recent book, 7 Steps to Serious Money. For free! Walter Woodrick, your serious money advisor!
When you think of a successful hunting season, 2 things come to mind: Browning and C&G Sporting Goods. Browning is the best there is, and C&G Sporting Goods is your factory direct, full-line Browning dealer. C&G stocks Browning guns, camo, knives, scopes, gun safes, bows, and much more, including hunting and fishing license. Look over the new Browning BAR camo short right and X-Bolt rifles. Why pay good money for anything less than a Browning? Browning and C&G, the best there is. Home of the experts.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAMS certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your visits.
Welcome back. Sitting with Brad Stevens from Sunjammers. Let's look at our Express Lane fish and game forecast for today. Like I said, Tuesday afternoon I caught some nice fish right in the middle of this fishing game time. Today we're looking at 6:58 to 8:58 this morning, and this evening from 7:24 to 9:24. Brought to us by Express Lane, American owned, American operated. We're talking about always getting stuff from kids and all. One of my students, and she and her family went to the mountains this past week and watched the leaves change. You know, It's been beautiful up there around the Smokies and all. And she yesterday, she came back and said, Coach, I got to show you this. A bear got after us. Of course, you know, I said, well, do you have a picture? And of course, she brought the phone out, so I had to email her to my house. So this is Marissa Pope, one of my seniors. And look, way back here, you can see the bear. The bear was in their campground. He was trying to point out the bear, and they were taking pictures and all. So it was, it's always great when you have a picture and bring it back. You can tell that story like we just talked about, but when you bring a picture, and so, but they had a great time up watching those leaves change.
Yeah, it's my. We have relatives, my wife's side, up in upper state New York. They mailed us some maple leaves the other day. I have never seen leaves that color. I'm a Panama City boy. Our trees stay green almost year round. There's one or two. It was unbelievable. It has me wanting to go up there and watch the leaves change.
It's beautiful this time of year. All right, we got some new stuff coming out. Talking about, Christmas is right around the corner, so you bringing in all kinds of new stuff.
We are. If you were in, you noticed we broke down a third of the front of our store. 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I don't even know now, and just wouldn't even let anybody in there. Now we opened it up. We have all the new Guy Harvey shirts, and they're not the stuff you've seen hanging on everybody else's hanger the last 2 or 3 years. We have the new Guy Harvey and the new Salt Life. Those of you that came in got advantages. I was getting rid of my old Salt Life shirts. We had some killer deals going on. That's a reason just if you're out there, just pop in and see what's going on.
Yeah.
So we got the new Salt Life, the new Guy Harvey, and some of the old timeless classics as well. Sliding over to our tackle wall, we have a huge selection of DOA baits. The 411 grub tail has been probably the most popular bait right now. I cannot tell you why, but we just cannot keep that bait on the wall. Got plenty of them, by the way. The man's wake bait came in yesterday afternoon as I was slid out a few minutes early and just opened the UPS box. Man's wake bait came in. I don't know what colors we have. I'm pretty sure we have both sizes, every color they make. I just got to see what actually showed up. And Old Fish on Lures, Captain Joe Hebert. We have a new SS minnow from him. It's a Gold Rush, and it should have came in that same box yesterday. It's the two #1 sellers, the Gold Glitter and the Glow, blended together.
Okay, that sounds good.
I've seen pictures of it. Of course, they all had big redfish in the mouth that he sent me, so I don't know if that was a Photoshop job or if it really works. I'm kidding. If Joe has it, I know it. I know it really works. Salt Life stickers, the Aloha Y'all stickers. What I really like about Aloha Y'all, it's local.
Yeah. They fished in the tournament this past weekend and caught some nice. We had like I said 4 kayakers in there, and that I had a shot at the Aloha Y'all shirt.
Absolutely, and I got tired of y'all asking. It's like the deer corn. I got tired of y'all asking for it. I brought Sunjammer stickers back in. They're 12 inches long, 3 inches tall. I got some smaller ones being printed. If y'all come in today, they're free.
Good deal on that. You can't beat that.
So, or we're all going to do a couple more free days to come in, but you've got to become a fan on Facebook to find out when that is. It's facebook.com/Sunjammers. It's where pretty much everything we talked about, and when we get it, I take pictures of the box, I put it up. That's your constant what's in stock. When we're out of shrimp, which we have good sized shrimp right now, by the way, still no bull minnows to be found in the Panhandle. As we get bait deliveries,
still haven't got any yet. Okay.
No bull minnows, and people ask, and we're honest, we don't want you to drive out there. If somebody calls, we go, nope, we're out of shrimp today. We're like, well, Hal's got some late yesterday, or something. We refer all over the place. So
good deal.
Call us, email us, Facebook us. We're going to try to get you what you need when you need it.
So what do you have out there live now? So you have this.
We have live shrimp for saltwater. Today's Thursday. Yeah. Today I'll get my shiners. We're bringing shiners back in finally.
All right.
Crappie minnows, and then crickets, and then we always have worms.
You can see Brad just has an all-around store. I mean, we sit here talking about kayaks for 30 minutes. We sit here talking about hunting for 30 minutes. Or we sit here talking about fishing for 30 minutes or cameras. He has it all out there. And that's what, it's not just a little kayak store, folks. It is an outdoor store. You might have to change just Sunjammers Outdoors.
I got a lot of people want me to change the name to Sunjammers Outfitters or Sunjammers something. I don't know. A lot of my advertisements, I've dropped Sunjammers Water Sports. It's just Sunjammers. But, we started off as a water sports store. I'll probably always be mostly a water sports store. But,
y'all go there.
We want to take care of you.
Yeah, y'all go there and visit with him. I mean, it's really just neat just walking around. It really is. And he's one of our loyal sponsors, been with us since day one, and we're going to support him all we can, and he's great with us. So, Brad, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, buddy. All right, we'll see y'all, folks. Do something good for somebody today. Make the outdoors party world, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.